Welcome to the talk show Promising Bangladesh, sponsored by Crown Cement. And this is Sinha Sayeed anchoring this very talk show. Viewers, today have invited a very, very important guest, and he is Muhammad Musa, former Secretary to the Government and President of BCS Freedom Fighters and Mujibnagar Officers and Employees Association. Mr. Muhammad Musa, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Fine, thank you. How are you? I am very obliged that you summoned me and gave me the opportunity to speak to you.
We are really proud of having you.
Very kind compliments. Thank you.
And well, Mr. Musa, you know very well the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina recently visited India.
Yeah.
And now he is
She is in Beijing.
Beijing and is on way to Bangladesh. I think very soon, yes. As a freedom fighter and former bureaucrat and writer of so many books,
Thank you.
what is your understanding and realization about Prime Minister visit to India followed by China?
So thank you for the question. It is very difficult to explain everything. I don't think that I would be able to explain everything, but I shall explain something definitely. India was our great partner in 71, who supported us and joined with us in the liberation war, and their army and our army together formed allied forces, and together we fought and achieved independence of Bangladesh. But unfortunately, India in this subcontinent lost command, and Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, now they have gone again out of their grip. So, South Bloc and North Bloc is trying their best to keep Bangladesh in their grip. And you can ask me that why do you import when you don't like to import? Why do you like to import from India? India, we are surrounded by India. India creates atmosphere in Bangladesh. And India also contribute in the market. They can, so onion, they can create a crisis of onion here in Bangladesh and ask Bangladesh government to import onion from India. I mean, they have all kinds of network within Bangladesh, within 54,000 square mile of Bangladesh. They have total, they have virtually indirect command, Sinha. Unfortunately, we are freedom fighter, we are independent, we say that we are sovereign, but we are not. Why? If anybody asks me why we are not sovereign, why do I say that we are not sovereign? Why do I say that we are not even independent? Anybody can ask me. And my point blank straight reply, look, India is superpower, and moreover, Bangladesh is surrounded by India, and Burma, they have also imported nuclear submarine and other nuclear equipments from North Korea. India, of course, nuclear power. Except Bangladesh, our neighbors are nuclear power. So long we are not equal with them, we shall have to be subservient. We cannot deal equally with them. We'll never deal equally with them. And when I do say,
just 1 minute. You are telling that Myanmar is a nuclear power.
Yeah.
How?
They have imported nuclear submarine from Korea, North Korea. Yes, North Korea. So thus they have the nuclear power. Otherwise, you look, I'm giving an example. 10-20 lakhs Rohingyas here for many years, 10 years. This, we could solve this within twinkle of eyes. What Musa did, I'll come to that. But before that, let me tell you. East Timor. how East Timor was formed. America and Australia decided that the Christian people are living in these islands within the Indonesia. They wanted that these Christian people shall have to be given independence and independent. So they created an atmosphere and they took resolution in the UN Security Council and they have created new country East Timor. Only 8 lakhs people. And here in and around our border, within the Myanmar area, within the land area of Chittagong, there are 40 lakhs people. These 40 lakhs people are Bengalis. And during Nawab Sirajuddaulah, in 1756, he invaded Burma, Borgi Daman. That's why there is a Nawab Sirajuddaulah road in Chittagong. He came with 600 horse and other forces and occupied those 5 states and put a boundary. And Nawab Sirajuddaulah declared that up till this boundary, the land are part of Bengal, Bongo Behar, Odisha. But during British time, during the departure of British government in 47, they have given these lands to Myanmar. But what happened? During this crisis, 11 senators, American senators, sent a letter to our Honorable Prime Minister and said that, in that proposal they said that these Muslim people, we can create atmosphere all over the world and create opinion that these Muslim people, let them enjoy an independent country, and because there are 40 lakhs people, we can help Bangladesh accept our proposal. But unfortunately, I don't know who created pressure on her head and shoulder. She rejected this proposal in the open parliament and said, no, we reject this proposal. Otherwise, we could solve it. We can make a independent country of Muslims, 40 lakh Muslims within the Myanmar, and we could send these Rohingyas to that area. But our Honorable Prime Minister not understood the depth of the situation, and nobody told her that East Timor, only 8 lakhs people enjoying independent country, we could provide them independent country for the 40 lakhs people, but nobody convinced her. But our neighboring country convinced her. So she used to say, and we say that we Birat Jati, nation of heroes, but virtually in front of Myanmar, we are showing our cowardice activities. You know, we have a map in front of us. What Indira Gandhi did in 71. When our army gone, major, captain, all this gone, Indira Gandhi asked them to train our own young people like us and make them freedom fighter, and then Indira Gandhi asked them to go back to your own East Pakistan and fight and liberate your country. We did that. The roadmap is here. We could apply the same roadmap in the case of Myanmar, but we have not followed that roadmap because somebody influenced us not to do that.
Then how do you view the visit of Prime Minister to China?
Before I go to China, let me say another point about Delhi. I know for a long time, say 50 years, 40 years, I know these old secretaries, new secretaries of South Block, North Block. They love you. They love us so long we serve their purpose. But they will not serve our purpose. Say for example, they are saying that we will solve the Tista project. I will come to China about Tista. We will solve the Tista project, Tista river crisis. They said we will be sending a team to the spot, and they will submit report, blah 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 blah. Look, after killing of Bangabandhu in 75, they have not given due share of water to us. Farrakhan, whatever, they never. And they are depriving Bangladesh. And now, during this visit, they said, we will solve the problem. Why they said it? Sinha, let me tell you. I have some communication with Beijing. When Xi Jinping this time was fully prepared and not fully prepared, they communicated this to our Prime Minister. They communicated this to our Ganabhavan, that this time during the visit, they will attend the Tista project and they will come with all their ability, all their might and solve the Tista river water project, water problem.
Well, Mr. Musa, we will go for a short break and come to you very soon. Well, viewers, we're going for a short break. Please keep watching. Viewers, we are back to the talk show again, Promising Bangladesh, sponsored by Crown Cement. And this is Sinha M.S. Sayeed, anchoring this very talk show. We are having talks with Mohammad Musa, former secretary and a leading freedom fighter in the history of Bangladesh. Mr. Musa, you are talking about China and India and Tista Barrage. Please go on.
I'll come. As I was saying about the 71 war, when I was caught by Pakistan army and tortured, and they left me among the dead bodies, and Captain Azmul Huda brought me out from the dead bodies, and here is the report signed by Prime Minister Tajuddin Ahmad. He wrote that the Captain Azmul Huda and Muhammad Musa contributed in the liberation war, and Captain Azmul Huda saved the life of Muhammad Musa. That's why I came from the Sayeed. That's why, Honorable Prime Minister, please forgive me. Let me call a spade a spade. I am alive because of special rahmat of Allah Ta'ala. I could die on that 3rd December 1971, but Allah kept me alive to tell the truth. And Beijing is one of the most powerful, and China is the most powerful country in the world. In comparison with Beijing, China, India is nothing. But truly true that India is our trusted friend. That doesn't mean that last 5 decades, India will kill our people in the border. India will exploit us whatever the way they want. No. We are the freedom fighters still alive. We are ready to die. Beijing visit, we are of course, we as independent nation, we must have very good relationship, excellent relationship, and open and secret relationship with China. I am a freedom fighter, valiant freedom fighter, came across the Shahidi Darja. I am telling that nobody is permanent friend, nobody is permanent friend. China was our China was our enemy in 71. But for the sake of our sovereignty, independence, we must keep China with us, because China is solving many international crises all over the world. So China can also help us, not only for the money. China is the richest, one of the richest country in the world. China can give us, when Xi Jinping visited Bangladesh 4 or 5 years before, during this Prime Minister, they gave us $24 billion. So China can give big amount even today. But China never tolerate anybody who cheats them. No, they will not. Because why they will? Why they will tolerate? Because they have ability to do everything and not to do everything. And let me tell you about the should I tell you about the corruption?
Yes, later on, please.
So, when China and India is with, we have to deal with China and India, we must be very careful that we cannot create any enmity with any country. And we should see that no country feels that we are cheating them and we are giving them lip service. No, we must be very careful. And the team she has taken to China, many of them are, at least according to Chinese embassy, some of them are anti-Chinese. They have entered into her team, members of entourage, which also created anger of China, because as I told you that the Honorable Prime Minister, people around her are not that type of wise people, that type of creative people, that type of qualified people, that type of leaders who can help her. See, Pandit Birbal, historians wrote that Emperor Akbar the Great, but they wrote in the footnote that it was Birbal the Great who made Akbar the Great. So you need people like Birbal around you, but she is surrounded by most of them are corrupt and culprits. Look, let me give one example. One of her advisor was the Prime Minister Tika Khan, now her advisor. One of her advisor who joined in civil foreign service in 71, when Tajuddin Sir and Bangabandhu rejected their service, and till 75 Bangabandhu not given them any job, and the cases started against them, that why they joined in Pakistan service in 71 when war was going on. That kind of chap, Ziauddin, is his advisor. And Prime Minister Tika Khan, Dr. Musa Rahman, now her advisor.
Just you were talking about the corruption, but I am not dealing with the corruption. My case is that, what is your understanding and realization from the profundity of the visit of the Prime Minister to China? And do you feel the Prime Minister is a successful visit?
India visit is virtually successful because Indian government behind her like rock and Himalaya.
India
but
successful,
China is difficult to say right now, because already 4 days visit reduced to 2 days visit. It is a debacle and it is a tragedy and it is a dishonor. It is highly dishonored. So right now I cannot come to any conclusion, but I can say this is a disaster.
And do you think the Prime Minister is in a problem to have happy marriage between China and India on question of Bangladesh, interest of Bangladesh?
No, not happy marriage. She will be in difficult situation.
She will be in difficult situation. Now the question is about you are talking about the persons who are with the Prime Minister and around her. And recently we have seen in the newspapers and the media, there's so many corruptions are there. And each and every day we are having new faces. What are the reasons? All the corrupt people are there, but for a long time, nobody knew who are the people behind the scene.
Look, in Gulshan, during her time, we are saying, I had a talk with the secretaries and the generals. I am referring the good secretaries and good generals who are God-fearing, পাঁচ ওয়াক্ত নামাজ পড়ে, they told us that during hard time, suddenly corruption started all over the country like epidemic, everywhere, and top to bottom. You know, our state minister, Shamsul Alam said, 700 থেকে 800 কোটি ডলার পাচার হয়ে যাচ্ছে। ঢাকা ওয়াসাতে 21,000 কোটি টাকা ঋণ, যার অর্ধেক চুরি। Let me talk about Dhaka Washa. Whenever I go to Secretariat, Secretary used to come to me and surround me and said, "Sir, in Washa, a chap is there 4-5 times chairman. Why? Why? Normally, in a corporation, officer remains only 3 years. I was in different corporations. I was FDC MD, then Fisheries Corporation chairman, and that is a disaster management board. I was not more than 3 years. But Washa, this chap, 5 times. He is an American citizen. And you know what happened? Ittefaq. Rondra Dunniti. Top to bottom. Mane, this thing happening is a unique situation. Never happened in Bangladesh like during Bangladesh time, Jorman time, Esad time. Never happened. The first time we are seeing all the officers all over the country seeing that the corruption like epidemic. Even a peon is Kotipati, PSC top to bottom, the corruption is there. And virtually, Sinha, let me tell you, how corruption is started and why people dare to involve themselves in corruption without fear.
Yes, please. We are going for a short break. Come to you again. Yes, viewers, we are going for a short break. Please keep watching. Viewers, we are back to the talk show Promising Bangladesh, sponsored by Crown Cement, and this is Sinha Sayeed. And we were having talks with Mohammad Musa, former secretary and president of BCF Freedom Fighters and Mujibnagar Officers and Employees Association. Mr. Musa, you were talking about China, India, all these things, corruption. Now the point is that Bangladesh is now facing biggest problem from the point of view of democracy and human rights. What is your study?
I'll come to that, Sinha. Before that, let me conclude about the corruption. Why the corruption is spread like epidemic and why not before? Why this time? Let me tell you. Look, this is a bill passed in the parliament. This is a bill about summit group, and in this bill it is said that this group will supply electricity to Bangladesh, and per year they will take 1,02,000 কোটি টাকা. Till today they have got.
It is already known to the nation. Everyone knows
$13
it. But
billion.
thing is that,
no, let me come to that.
I am coming to the main point.
I'm coming to that.
It is a part of the corruption, undoubtedly.
No, why
and
people.
It comes from the legislation. Yes, I do agree with you. But thing is that at this very moment, we are facing the problems of democracy and human rights tremendously. What about your study about this? Because there are party in powers and there are oppositions. What are the present standing?
You see, Sinha bhai, you are asking me to say something. Actually, I was involved in this process many years. I started my career in Mujibnagar 71 as war correspondent and attached with the acting president Sundar sir. So from there, those days in 71, after 16 December, I joined in Bangla. Until 92, I was in Bangla. I served 6th president. So I have huge involvement in the election process of the government because I was with the president. I was at the peak. My experience is that when there is election, it was discussed between 3 chiefs and cabinet secretary and other secretaries. And it is virtually they discuss and come to a conclusion. that who will come in power. This is the scenario of Bangladesh. Let me tell you, after killing of Sheikh Mujib, I am saying, during Jawaharlal 77, it was our civil army generals and secretaries decided who will come back in power. And during Sattar, President Sattar, I was with him. It was generals and army chiefs and three chiefs and the secretaries and divisional commissioners decided who will get the majority. And during Ershad, it was also the generals and the secretaries, they discussed and come to a conclusion. Let me come, except 1991 election, during Justice Shahabuddin sir, election was neutral when Begum Jia became Prime Minister first time. And in 1996, election was neutral when Sheikh Hasina became Prime Minister of Bangladesh first time. And after that, again, 2000, 2006, 2007, 2008, till today, all elections are manipulated. Let me tell you one incident. When General Moinuddin and Fakhruddin, General Moinuddin and Fakhruddin and Masood, the Moin and Masood put Sheikh Hasina and Begum in the jail, and they wanted to rule, but they failed to collect endorsement from China and India. And Pranab Babu, I had a document, Pranab Babu phoned Moinuddin and bullshitted him. And of course, Pranab Babu not said that you have to release Sheikh Hasina only. He said that you have to release both the leader because you are a paid government servant. You don't have any business to arrest political leaders. So on those days, Moinuddin, Fakhruddin.
You come to the present time, please.
In Bangladesh, the true reflection of the democracy is not there. True reflection of the election is not there. So, in Bangladesh, last 4-5 election, people not casting vote. Hardly 5%.
My simple asking to you, what are the plus points of the government from your standpoint?
I'm coming. Sure, Babu. When I am saying...
Our time and measure, please.
Okay. When I am saying about this, that there is no election and no democracy in Bangladesh, people may say that why I am saying all these things like this. You know, Kavi Rabindranath Tagore wrote, "Jodi dukkho dohite hoy tobu mitthya chinta noy, jodi dন্য বহিত হয় তবে মিথ্যা কর্ম নয়, যদি দণ্ড সহিত হয় তবে মিথ্যা বাক্য নয়, জয় জয় সত্য জয়." Rabindranath Tagore wrote our national anthem. So I am quoting him. Whatever the situation, we must call a spade a spade. Now your last question. Yes, definitely. Definitely. We salute and congratulate Sheikh Hasina Prime Minister. Definitely. After killing of Bangabandhu 75 on 15 August, Sinhabai, in Banga Bhavan, these CSPs, these Pakistan officers started speaking Urdu in front of me. In front of me, they started, "Arey bhai, aa jao, gale gale lag jao, jindabad ho gaya, Pakistan jindabad, Pakistan ban jayega." Urdu chalu kar this tarah. They have forgotten that this is Bangladesh. And even some other officers tried to go to Dhanmondi, and when near New Market, the Bolakasin Mall was there, and I saw police on the track giving slogan, "Pakistan jindabad." So I went there. I said, "You, shut up. I am officer of Banga Bhavan. Why you are giving the slogan?" They said, "Sir, you don't know? Sheikh Mujib is killed. So now there is no Bangladesh, now it is Pakistan." So it was Sheikh Hasina who brought back Bangladesh in true sense. And when she came here on 18th May 81, we all the freedom fighters jumped for her to bring her back in power. In 1996, I, with the help of the press secretary Clinton, Mike Macker was my friend. Through him, I brought this from State Department, and it was delivered by Sheikh Hasina and 9 directives to the nation, and Begum Jia's government fallen. We joined with her, all the freedom fighters, to bring back true pro-liberation government. She brought back the pro-liberation government. That's why we love her, respect her. But, big but is there. Corruption started like epidemic all over Bangladesh. They don't fear to do corruption because they understand that the top people are doing corruption. Top people are cancer. So let us be cancer. Nobody will touch us. Say IG and the Army Chief General Aziz, all doing corruption random. Why? Because they don't have any fear. You know. So when top people don't apply reward and punishment, and when the top people encourage the corruption and cancer and poison, whose whole country became poisonous. I pray to Almighty Allah. I came from Saudi Darja with the blessings of Allah, and I pray to Almighty Allah to send us a benevolent dictator like Napoleon Bonaparte the Great, Alexander the Great, and Lee Kuan Yew at least, so that somebody someday can rescue Bangladesh.
Viewers, we are about to end this talk show, and before ending this talk show, I have to summarize what the solo guest uttered, voiced here. Mr. Mohammad Musa, he is a veteran freedom fighter, and he is the president of Freedom Fighters, Mukti Juddha Freedom Fighters Association and Employees Association, and he is a very vocal voice indeed in so many areas. But finally, the conclusion is Mr. Musa is not satisfied at all at the performance of the government. He has so many agonies, anxieties and sufferings in his mind. And what he spoke very candidly and very honestly. But the main thesis is that he believes the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, she has enough opportunity as a statesman to go up. But because of so many limitations with and around her, and the people with and around her are basic problems to go ahead of. And he also believes that Bangladesh as a state, as a nation, must survive, whatever circumstances it is. And Mr. Musa pointedly says the Bangladesh-India relations, to some extent, is not easily understandable. There are so many things which are open, which are half hidden, half secret, and so many things. Again, he also forecast on Bangladesh-China relations and the recent visit to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to China. And what are the reasons, nobody knows, but still there are so many MOU and so many announcements there, and what are the actual result yet to be seen. But taking all this in together, Mr. Musa is very much worried about the future of Bangladesh because of lack of leadership, lack of democracy, lack of human rights, all these things. And Mr. Musa is a vocal voice against corruption. And he cited so many things about the corruption, and the punishment took place by this time all over the world. And Mr. Musa is a living voice to the people. And thank you very much. We'll meet you again.